Der Startenor José Carreras. Als er vor vielen Jahren an Leukämie erkrankte, machte er sich Mut. Ich kann sagen, ich kann nicht mehr, aber nie, ich will nicht mehr. Nach einem Jahr konnte er geheilt die Klinik verlassen, was niemand für möglich hielt. Seitdem ist er wieder auf den bekanntesten Bühnen dieser Welt zu erleben. Wir besuchten ihn in seiner Heimatstadt Barcelona.
Constantly being on the road as you are, how does it feel if you come home?
Well, it's every engagement, of course, in the professional side, it's wonderful. Every engagement is stimulating, every engagement is a challenge. But of course, in the back of your mind, you don't see the moment you go back home to see the people you love, to see your own city, to be, again, close to the things at home you like books, records, etc., and to go for a walk in the streets or the areas of the city you live that you enjoy most. And of course, this is the most, I would say, one of the hardest side of my profession, to be constantly on the road. But on the other hand, the profession offers you so many wonderful things that this is kind of little bit of toll, a bit of payment, a peage you have to pay for all these wonderful things you are getting from the profession.
Barcelona direkt am Mittelmeer. Hier leben José Carreras und seine Familie. Hierher kommt er nach Hause, um sich in der kurzen Zeit zwischen seinen vielen Verpflichtungen zu erholen und für sein Lebenswerk zu arbeiten. Die José Carreras Leukämie-Stiftung, die er 1988 gründete.
Nearly your whole life you stayed, or you lived in Barcelona, only some months you've been in Argentina, like a child.
Correct.
What is the special thing on Barcelona for you?
Well, I'm living in other places in the world as well, but Barcelona for me is first of all, the city where I was born, also where my family lives, my kids, and for sure it's a very special city. I think it's one of the most beautiful cities in the Mediterranean area. It's a wonderful city, open to new progress, very modern, but at the same time a city that tries to keep their own identity, its own traditions and culture and language, etc. So we Catalans, we are very proud of our little country, Catalonia, and of course the ones born in Barcelona, very proud of being born in Barcelona.
1987, auf dem Höhepunkt seiner Karriere, erkrankt José Carreras an Leukämie. Ein großer Schock. Die Ärzte geben ihm in diesem fortgeschrittenen Stadium der Krankheit nur eine geringe Überlebenschance. 1:10. Für José Carreras steht fest, sollte ich hier jemals lebend herauskommen, dann muss ich etwas tun. Erst ein damals neuartiges Verfahren der Knochenmarktransplantation bringt schließlich den Durchbruch. Unterstützt von dem starken Willen, wieder vor seinem Publikum stehen zu können, besiegt er die heimtückische Krankheit. Ein Jahr später ist er wieder da.
Sometimes in life, even from the most difficult, hard situations, moments, you can arrive to positive conclusions later on. And this is the case with my illness. It was a very, very hard period in my life, very difficult, severe disease, as you know, that it was very hard to overcome. But now, after, as you said, 10 years, this is bringing me a tremendous joy. And the joy comes because of the work we are trying to do with the foundation, trying to help people, patients suffering from this disease, and also the families of these patients. So, as you know, what we are trying to do is to help them in the scientific field and in the social field in certain situations too. So after 10 years, to make a statement, I would say that it was a hard, terribly hard moment in my life, but now, after 10 years, I can say that it made sense in a way, because now I'm able to help some people.
This is right as an answer to the second question. What is your main goal? If it's your main goal to help these people to...
Well, in my life I have 3 different aspects. One is my professional life, of course. The other one is my personal, my private life. And the other one is the work we are doing for the foundation. My professional life, thanks God, is going rather well. I think I'm very fortunate person and very fortunate artist. I'm able to still to sing and to try to, when I go on stage, to try to communicate with people and to feel good not only as an artist but also as a person. In my personal life, I'm a very fortunate man as well, because I'm a very happy person with wonderful family, wonderful kids, wonderful friends, and I consider myself a very lucky man. And the other very important part of my life is the foundation, is this crusade, is this fight. We start already the 3 important parts in my life, and of course the Leukemia Foundation is probably the most important goal. And I'm happy that I can dedicate my time, my efforts and my energy, and of course for sure my enthusiasm to this cause.
What progress which in the last 3 years was made possibly through your activities in this foundation pleases you most?
Well, you know, the scientists, they are doing an incredible job. The treatments are improving every day. The therapies are improving every day. Every day, the percentage of people they can cure from leukemia, particularly children, is higher and higher. So we have to be very happy about that. And in the personal side, I would say that the tremendous impact on me from all these years is the response of public, of general public around the world. But talking about Germany, I think that the response in Germany has been amazing, has been unexpected, has been extraordinary. We had the support, the solidarity, the generosity of the German population, of the German society, which allowed us to use the funds we receive from them in very ambitious and important projects. And this human aspect of human solidarity, this is for sure, besides all the professional scientific skills that every day are improving and improving, this social impact, this human solidarity received from people around the world, and most particularly from the German population, for sure this has been a tremendous impact on me.
In your book I read that if you come from Seattle after your sickness, big feeling for you was to play tennis first time with the son. In the meantime, 24 years old.
Sure.
And you have time to play tennis with him?
Yes, well, I'm very happy to say that I have a wonderful relation with my kids, with Albert and Julia. With both of them, I try to spend as much time as I can. They're two lovely adults already, because they are Albert is 24 and Julia is 19, so they are already grown-up children. But I have a wonderful relationship, and we do as many things we can together. We go to concerts together, we go to football together, we go to buy books, we go to buy music, and just to try to be together as much as we can. And I have to tell you that every hour I spend with them is not that makes me happy. Of course, this happens to every father. But I get enriched. I learn from them at this point of my life, and this is something that it's very rewarding.
So your children, your son and your daughter, want to walk in your footsteps, say, close to the music?
No, they are for sure. Their professional life, is going to take another direction. They love music. They love both of them. They know music. They learn music. Julia, for instance, plays piano. Albert was playing flute for a few years, but they do not show special talent for music, the kind of talent that they could consider to dedicate themselves professionally to music. They love music. I'm happy about this, but for sure their life will not follow artistic steps in this, at least in the music field.
But in your house, if you're at home privately and your kids are also there, is there rock and roll music? Is there stop the rock and roll and want to a classic? Or
No. I think no. They like both, and I think this is very positive. Whatever music that has a certain quality, a certain standard, I think is very, very valid. And I like also pop music, of course, and I like whatever has a certain standard of quality. If it is rock, pop, of course, classic, symphonic, or operatic, that's for sure. But I think it's good, because one of the things I learned from my kids, for instance, is that can easily go to an opera, to the opera house, or to a classic concert, a symphonic concert one evening, and next day go to an open-air rock and roll concert or pop concert, and they enjoy both, and they are open enough to be able to enjoy both. And I think we should learn from the kids.
Yeah. In reading your book when you were a small kid and you were singing the classical songs, and your parents don't like it so very much at the beginning, so you sing sometimes in the bathroom or in the shower.
That's right.
Where things the tenor José Carreras also in the bathroom, or have you train every day on the piano?
No, I do, but of course the voice is very. You have to take the voice in a very careful way. Sometimes the voice needs to rest. Sometimes where the voice needs is to work on it, to exercise the voice a lot. But like everybody else, like every other human being, I'm singing also in the shower. That's for sure. On top, as you know, the resonance in the shower is beautiful, is perfect. So you feel that your voice is in good shape.
If I would ask you for 5 important moments in your life, what would you answer?
Well, the most important thing is the family in which I was born. The warmth, the affection, the love I receive always from my family, from my parents, my brother and sisters, etc., has been for sure the most important moment in my life. Then the first time I sang in my life at the Teatro Liceo here in Barcelona.
11 years?
11 years old. The 2 days of the birth of my kids. And probably also one of the most important moments in my life, it was the day I was able, after a very hard and severe and difficult period in my life, I was able, after 1 year of being in treatment and in hospital, to sing again. And this happened also here in Barcelona. I think I mentioned probably the most important steps in my private and professional life.